Hunter's Full Moon Trilogy is the first book in the Eastern Faraway Adventures by Midnight Tower.
Hey everyone, it's Dave here from Band of Badgers. Welcome once again as we continue into Chapter 3 of our Hunter's Full Moon Trilogy by GM'd and written by our friends over at Midnight Tower. It is Tove and Eric.
No.
It's all yours. It's all yours. I'm going to hand up. I get to play for a change. We've been doing this for a few episodes now. But I get to play. Tove's going to GM. Here's the reins. Over to you. Welcome, everybody. How are you all doing? Good. There we go.
Excellent. And I'll just pass it forward to Flinny, who's going to read he believes happened last time.
Oh, yes.
Cool. Go for it.
And I am, as you will soon find out, the perfect person for reading this. Our search for the key to Queen Freya Swiftsteel's legendary tomb led us to the Tower of Agathon, where, sadly, two members of our adventuring party met their ends. Or at least, that's what I think happened. Because I will admit that my memory is patchy at best when it comes to what actually happened at this cursed tower. Because just after we entered, first, what happened is that the brave warrior Killian was transformed into a plucky hen, and everything went downhill from there. The last thing I remember was the acrid scent of, or should I say reek, or bouquet even, of the jars that the mage kept at the tower with preserved animals. Then my head started to spin, and suddenly I had a desire to taste just a sip of pickled unicorn. When I regained my senses after what must have been a rather long spell of confusion, the tower was abandoned. Kingsman and Kara were gone, and most likely they too have met something horrible, possibly even a grisly, sticky end. I also found the dead bodies of a mage, what was left of a mage, and the bodies of two of my friends. So with a heavy heart, I stacked the bodies of Killian and Vix onto a makeshift pallet and steered my feet back towards the village of Buckridge. I could not save them, because reasons, but at least I will ensure that they get a proper burial. Join us as our adventure continues.
Well done. Well done. Very, very good.
So what happened?
Right?
You're not entirely sure, but
I'm just doing a drink in this complete mess.
That should teach you. You are pushing this makeshift pallet with the bodies of Killian and Vix through. You take the same way as you came. So you're heading towards Longleaf Grove, and then further down to the Twins, and then Buckridge. And the weather is foggy, and you're cold, and you feel quite lonely as you trudge on. Meanwhile, Kara and Kingsman, you've been running dead head-on towards Longleaf Grove, where you hope to find the Dryad Avin Fernwillow, who you hope could potentially help you. And that's pretty much where we left you. You just arrived to the edge of the forest where it's starting to change. So the nature that especially you Kingsmen are very familiar with is starting to, it's just a little bit more colorful than it normally is. And you can see this sort of, like, I've never seen flowers that tend to, as in fast forward, they're just sort of turning up their heads to the sun. And yeah, you're standing in the middle of this half enchanted forest. What do you do?
Kara, can you remember her name? When we were last here, or the direction we went in, it was a
Avon Fernwillow, I believe. It was near an oak tree.
Can you remember direction? Was it... I can't quite remember why it's so hazy when we were last here.
It looks a bit different. Tove, can I do a... Oh, wrong game. I was going to say recall knowledge.
You can do survival.
Yes, please.
Yes, go for it.
Okay. 16.
Oh, that is good enough. Yeah, as you look around, you're like, it doesn't really. It's a little bit hazy, just like you say. But after a while, you're like, but I do remember that sort of specific type of mound, and that tree looks very familiar. So after a while, you get the directions like, oh, it's definitely over here. So you're traveling west, deeper into the forest, and then after a while, you can both make a perception check.
Wrong dice. That does not help. I got a 14 in total.
I got
Okay.
a 15.
What did you get?
A 15, one better.
Okay, well, 15 is good enough. You just, as you're following this sort of little animal path, really, and Kara, you're distracted. What you're pretty sure is some sort of bunny or hare or rabbit with really floppy ears in a blue little jumper that is just sort of boink, boink. So that is distracting. But because you're looking in that direction, you also see two dryads. They are similar to Avon, but it isn't Avon. They're stepping forward on opposite side of a tree with bows sort of drawn like that, sort of like. And first they speak in Sylvan before they change and translate to common. But who are you and what are you doing here?
We do not come with harm. We come in peace. We're just searching for Avon Fernwillow. She has helped us before, and two of our friends have fallen, and we just wanted some guidance. We mean no harm, I promise you.
You can see one of them is not moving. It still has its bow drawn, fully drawn. The other one is slowing it. Wait, are you the one who helped Avon with the eticaps?
Yes.
I have. Okay, yes. And then she says to her friends, like, it's all right. I think I know who they are. I can fetch Avon for you if you need to speak to her.
Yes, please. We would love to speak to her.
You see the other one sort of like still not entirely trusting you. She's like, I'll wait and I'll keep guard, she says. And then the other one, she put on her bow over her shoulder and she walks into this tree and she just sort of, it looks like she's just drawing a door and then she opens it and disappears into the tree. And a few minutes later, on another tree, Avon appears with the same sort of like, it's like a door opening and she's stepping out and then the doors sort of disappears. She's like, my friends, you have returned. I'm happy to tell you that the Summer Court are most grateful for your help and the forest has been we've got rid of those awful beasts that were destroying some parts of the forest. What are you doing here, my friends? And she does this sort of traditional greeting.
Asher will copy the greeting, and unfortunately we seek guidance. Two of our friends have fallen, and I don't know what to do. I was wondering if you could help.
I see. And she pauses and she says, I'm sorry, but I do not have the power to bring back or revivify fallen people in this realm. I'm so sorry. If I could have helped you, I would, but I'm not that powerful. But there is a place in the forest which is sacred, and sometimes the magic there will run wild. I cannot make any promises, but we could try, if you like.
I look at Kingsman for his answer.
I think we need to take that chance. If we can if there's a way to bring them back, let's do it. But Evelyn, I have to ask, is there a time limit? The longer they're gone, is it more risky to bring them back?
She smiles like this. Oh, but time here is different. I can assure you that I don't think that is going to be a problem. It's more, it depends on their souls and if they are ready to let go or not. That is all I can tell you, and that is all I know. Bring your fallen friends, and we will see what happens when we bring them to the white lake of the lady.
We have to bring them here.
Yes. And then I'll guide you deeper into the forest.
Is there any way to... We left them behind. We found an abandoned tower with this crazy warlock who was homeless or sheltering inside. I don't think the building belonged to him. But we left them there. Is there a way to transport us there quickly? We ran through the night to get to you here.
Yes. I can... You do not have the same skill as I do to travel through trees, but I can... And then she starts making this sort of hand gesture. I'll restore your strength and I'll make you walk quicker through the day. She cast a spell, so the level of 1 endurance that you lost, you regain that, and then you get what is it called? Long Strider, the spell? I should know this, but I don't.
Long Strider?
Yeah, something like that one, where you walk quicker than target speed is increased by 10 feet, and it lasts for 1 hour, but she can cast it at a higher level. So for the next 4 hours, your target speed is increased by 10 feet.
Okay.
And you also feel like completely restored, like you had a really nice meal and a long sleep. So although you've been running through the night and you're sort of sweaty and tired, you feel this sort of, as she's casting the spell, you feel the strength regain.
Is that health too? Because I'm still hurt.
Still hurt.
If not, I can cast a spell on myself.
Let's see. Don't think she can do that, but on the other hand, you are on her. Let's wing it. You also regain 10 hit points for you, Kara, and 8 hit points for you, Kingsman.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
And Kara, I guess we have we got the information we came for.
Yes.
We had best head back to the tower.
Yes. And then she will bow really deeply to Avon and thank you so much.
She looks very pleased. Like, may the summer court bless you.
Evelyn, is there some way we can contact you in the future if we have need of your help without coming back to here?
I never leave this forest. Sometimes I'll wander into the other realm, but I never leave Longleaf Grove. This is my forest, and this is the forest that I was born to protect. You're always welcome here, though.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Shall we?
Yeah.
Start heading back.
Yes.
Yep.
Hopefully running into Flynn.
Exactly. Like 2 hours later. That's the end of this episode. Roll another survival check. I still can't find him. Yeah, you feel after the meeting and the spell that you cast, you feel really sort of like invigorated, and you leave the forest and head northeast, I think, towards the Tower of Agathoth. And Eric, you trudge on, but you're moving half your speed because you're sort of pulling this makeshift pallet along the way. And eventually, you see someone further away. 2 characters coming running towards you. They look familiar.
They look familiar.
I put my knives back in their sheaths. My burden and sort of rest with my hands on my knees and say, thank the powers that be that you have come back. I thought I'd never see you again.
I'm gonna reach to Flynn and look at and hold his head and look at him straight in the eyes, make sure he's not drunk or anything.
It looks painfully sober.
I'm not saying it's uncomfortable. It's a bit weird, but...
Are you all right? Your breath smells of that liquid.
Yeah. I'm pickled unicorn.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't know what happened. It was this lovely smell, and then I got a bit dizzy, and suddenly everyone's gone. And I found our friends, the bodies of our friends. My hope is that there will be someone somewhere, possibly Buckbridge, that can help us. I don't know if it's even a thing. It's only something I've heard about, but maybe bring them back from the dead.
We actually just came back from Avon, and she has guided us to some part of the forest to help them. So come with us. I will help you. And then I'll take... Do you have them both on one, stretcher-looking thing?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just take the...
I think it's an old door, wasn't it?
Yes, an old door.
I'll just take the reins from you, and then I'll pull them this time.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, they seem... Both Kara and Kingsman seems like they had a really nice long rest at the inn, and yeah, they even smell nice in comparison to some other people.
Not covered in blood.
Kara, do you want to share the burden and we can run together?
Yes, although Felina is going to be a lot slower than us.
Flinny, keep up.
Or sit on the thing with them.
Oh, is that a choice? Is that an option? Kingsman.
I think we decided that you weren't supposed to sit on dead people. You can sit on gold, but not dead people. I think that was said before.
No, I won't do that. That would be disgraceful. No, it's tempting as it is. I walk. Either I carry one of them or I walk next to them, whichever takes us there the fastest.
Okay.
Yeah, it's quicker if Kara and Kingsman are pulling on the makeshift stretcher, and then you try to keep up as they do sort of every now and then stop and you can catch up. So eventually you make it all the way back to the forest. I think you probably stay for over the night to catch some rest, and then in the morning you come back, and Avin and a group of other dryads are waiting for you where you met them last time. So it's in the middle of the forest, pretty much. And she says, I've gathered my friends, and as I said, I make no promises. This may not work, but nevertheless, it's a very beautiful and sacred spot. This is where we take care of our fallen friends, and we also have the burial place nearby. So if it doesn't work, at least it will have a nice place to rest forever.
They will be at peace, yes.
Yes. So, and then they wrap this thin pieces of cloth over your eyes. You can still see, but it's like your what do you call it? Peripheral vision is kind of decreased. So, and when you look at it, it's like it's very foggy in a way. She said, and she explains that she tied this. It's like, where we're taking you. Normally, only fey creatures and dryads are allowed to go. We'll make an exception for you, but we do not want you to know the way back. Not because we don't trust you, but because other might try to harness that information from you.
We understand.
And they lead you deeper into the forest. And it feels like time is a little bit fluent here. You're like, you probably walked 5 minutes, but it could have been a half an hour or maybe 2 hours. You're not tired, but you really can't keep track on time. It's just like when you're falling asleep, where you're sort of like, was that 3 minutes or 15? So after a while, you arrive at this open glade where in the middle of the glade there is a lake, and the dryads remove these cloths that they bound your eyes with, and they start prepare Vix and Killian's bodies. They wash them, and they tie the wounds together and put bandages on them. They also brush the hair, or in Vic's case, sort of polish the scales, and put flowers in the hairs and between the scales. They also ask, like, did they have anything else, like things that were important to them? Because the soul and body is connected, but also with other things. So if they had other items, it would be good to put it on the bodies now.
What about weapons?
Yes, weapons, for example, is very important.
Vix's instrument.
Yes.
Also, I'm going to search Vix for gold and put it under his bum. That was the most important thing he's always discussed, was gold.
Absolutely.
And then
You do.
we make sure that Killian also has his weapon on him.
Yeah.
And I would say the Dwarven, doesn't he have the Dwarven coin?
Oh yeah, the medallion.
Yes.
I think Kingsman has that.
Oh, does he?
I don't know.
Yeah, I got it. Took off the body and then we looked upstairs.
Okay, never mind that.
Yeah.
Do you place it on the body?
I can put it back on the body, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it might be powerful.
So you let Killian, his sort of this proud warrior with his weapons, and then Vix with his lute in the same sort of position. And they place the bodies on pallets that they then later put they sort of kind of carry it into the water, but they are floating. And let's see what's going to happen. Yes. We will start with Killian. So the rest of the group, you're not hearing this or seeing this or experiencing this in any kind of way. But Killian, you are standing in a foggy forest. It's similar to the Silver Woodlands, where you've spent most of your life. It is chilly, like a crisp spring morning, and it's very, very quiet. And you hear a voice behind you says, "Don't worry, you're perfectly safe." And next to you, an old man with long silver white hair and dressed in a white robe appears. and he sort of beckoned for you to come closer. And as he turns around, he's like, there's this sort of mirror. It wasn't there before, but as I said, it's very foggy, so all of a sudden there is a mirror. It feels a little bit like a dream, but you're not entirely sure. And then he said, someone else will finish your quest, and you will have your revenge. And in the mirror, you see two visions. First, you see a dwarf, who's standing together with your friends, Kingsman, Slynny, and Kara, and Vixorius, next to what appear to be an opening in the mountain where a stone stairs is leading down. And the second vision that you get is Kingsman bending down over a corpse, and he's picking something up, which he's inspecting, and it looks like an arrowhead. And then the old man says, let us not dwell on the past and linger. And then the mirror kind of disappears. And then it says, you have other people who wishes to see you. And the fog disappears, and it's moving away. And further away in the forest, you see your father coming forwards. He's coming towards you, and you can see his smile when he recognizes you. And the last steps is like almost running. And he embraces you in this massive hug. Your soul merge. And the last of the burning revenge that has been driving you turns into ember and coal. You have found peace, and you remember nothing more. So that's what's happening with Killian's departure. So, for Vix, again, this is only Vix who can hear this, so I don't know who's muted and who isn't muted, if we've sorted that out. So, Vix, as the warlock hits you with the spell, you feel no pain initially, but you sink to the floor at the Tower of Agathos, and your final words leaves your lips. Did I make you proud, Kingsman? Your life flashes before your eyes. It's memories that you've nearly forgotten, things from the past, but also visions from the future. You see the boy Curse Grävling, who you met at the Grey Hare and who you played together with. You see him sell his horse, and then later buy his first loot. In another sort of this memory vision, you see him making his first performance, and you know that he's going to become a very famous bard. Over the years, he will compose more than 1,000 songs, and he would never have done that unless he had met you. You hear a voice saying, your life has meaning, but are you ready to go already? And when you open your eyes, it's a beautiful evening. The sun is setting to the east, and the moon is already climbing in the west. There's an elven-like creature with long dark hair and slender build who's studying you. They are very androgynous. You can't really decide if it's a man or a woman. And they say, welcome, Vixorius the Bright-Scale Rudröden. Long have I listened to your music. My name is Vesper. Would you like to play?
I guess in this like haze of visions, he hears the word play, and it's almost like tunnel vision in. Yes, I'd love to play. And he pulls the lute, and just one note, a single note, and it just echoes. And he just almost like throat hums the same harmonious but baritone note, and it just wipes out.
This person, Vesper, is singing along with you, and you sing for what feels like it could be a year. You're standing in this empty court in the twilight that never really ends, and you play the most beautiful music you've ever experienced. You learn so much. It's like you're improvising but also learning new things at the same time. And after what feels like a short eternity, Vesper lowers their musical instruments and says, "Your friend misses you." And you get this flashback of Kingsman in the wood who's sort of like, "Oh yeah, what was it Victoria said? Something about the veils were thin." And for a moment, you see them sort of standing next to a lake with your body cradling the lute. And then Vesper said, "Would you like to return? I will wait. There are so many who would like to listen to your music."
I mean, I almost feel at peace. I feel there is so much beauty, and he just looks around. But I have a debt to pay. Killian, I can't, not without some kind of reparation. Kingsman, he's done right by me, and Tara, Sene, if I can help them anymore, if I can go back, I would. Their songs aren't written yet, and I can help write them.
Vesper takes a bottle of wine and pours into these tall wine glasses. Says, "I will be here when you return. Let's have a toast." And they give you one of the glasses. And raises, and they say, "One drink for music sweet, one drink for life returned, one drink for death to cheat, and a last drink for friendship earned." And toast like ding. And they sip the wine.
He just pauses for a moment and just thinks back on everything so far. Being this young, naive traveler that's not known anything, been thrown into all of this, and then thinking that he needs to help in some way and that he's failed, he just throws it back.
Yeah. As you do that, you're also sitting up at the same time. And the rest of you see one of your friends returning while Killian is still he's not moving. But Victorious is definitely sitting up and looking somewhat confused.
He bolts with and then he just looks towards, I guess, the right where Killian would be laying, and he just falls off this raft and wades over, and it's just like, "Killian, I'm so sorry." He just looks at the rest of you, and there are tears streaming down the scales, but in the scales now there are vines and tiny little buds among the stone and the dirt.
I would look at. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna with the return of Vix. I'm gonna. You hear a kind of sharp intake of breath, and then I see him crawl over to Killian. I'll go on the other side of Killian, down by his chest. Put my hand on his chest to feel if there's any pulse. Check the neck. While
you can
Vix
roll
is
a
crying next to him.
medicine check if you like.
Cool. It is a 5.
You can't find any pulse or anything.
Okay.
So no.
But
as you checking that, Avin sort of puts a hand on your shoulder and say, "I'm sorry. It's as I said. I could not make any promises. I believe your friend has found peace and will not return."
Okay, Kara, can you check on Vix? Just make sure it's him.
Yes. Avin, is it okay if I approach? May I approach Victorious?
Oh, yes. I thought you asked Vix. Yeah, of course.
So I will kneel right in front of him, and I put my hand out onto his cheek.
Yeah.
Is it you, friend? Are you back?
And he just looks towards you, and the tears are they're not streaming, he's not sobbing, but they are there. His eyes, these glorious yellow and green. There's almost like a hint of pink now to them as well. And the gemstone glitter that's usually like dusted around is back to glistening again, almost like it's caught in the sun. And he just looks at you with these like new like veins of almost like ivy, the center of ivy coming up, and then these tiny little bright green buds all over. And he just pulls you up and embraces you in a big hug. Oh, I'm so sorry.
No,
I was rushing, trying to help, and
don't be sorry.
I thought with Killian always running in first, that was the right thing to do, but it's me.
All right.
Thank you. And he looks around. I guess Killian is at peace. He's made his choice.
Yes. And I'll continue hugging him, and I'll look back at Kingsman and nod my head to let him know that, yes, this is him. And then I'll pull away from Victorious for a second and start like touching the vines on his face and the buds. This is quite interesting, and it's a lovely look now.
What is?
There's water near here, right?
Yeah, you're by a lake.
I help him up his feet, and I say, "Come with me." And then I'll lean into the water, and I'll point for him to lean.
Mm.
Oh. Huh. That's new. No,
Must be a gift from a god.
Maybe. And he doesn't know what to say. He's just staring at himself.
Yeah, the blurry sort of water mirror looking back at you. It's you, but it's like Kara said, it's new.
All right. We must do a proper burial, proper send-off to Killian.
Mm.
Yeah. How do we do that?
Flinne, you all right?
Yes. I am. It's... I can't still quite believe that this is happening. But look at the Dryads. You have my thanks for as long as I breathe. If you ever need my service, please come and call upon me.
We might. The forest might be threatened again, and we will hold you to that promise.
We all give you our promise, even.
Thank you. Well, you have been blessed by the White Lady, so you are definitely worthy of what has happened here. I'm sorry for your friend who didn't make it, the journey back. It happens sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. It depends.
Is it definitely his choice? I don't know if who they were, but they were beautiful and they played music, but they gave me the choice to come back or not. Would Killian have had the same here? Would it have been the same for him? Would it have at least been his choice?
We don't always know what's happening here. It's like the veils are very thin, so sometimes your memory of soul will wander into the Feywild and another realm. Where you went, we do not know, and it's different. It's not a guarantee. It's much more random, and so his choice or not, I'm not entirely sure. All we can say is that he didn't make it back. And for you who are spellcasters or who can do magic, you get the similar feeling as you did at the twins, how the magic is like surging. Sometimes it's almost too much, and then it's almost nothing. So you can feel that this is a very specific place with a lot of wild magic. So, but Avin asks if you like to, and then she points further away behind the lake, where there are beautiful mounds with these sort of silver birches, I think they call, like these trees growing. It's like this is where we usually where we bury our fallen friends, and they will be reborn as part of nature. Maybe your friend would have liked that.
I think so. Didn't he say he was from the Silverwood or something? And I think a silver birch is at least the least we can, or you can do, or we can do, or that it would at least honor him in some way.
Then we will prepare the burial. And they have already sort of cleaned all the wounds and started. So they start to wrap the body, but they also sort of like, do you want him to be buried with his weapon, or is it better use for you to continue his mission with his weapons, or should he be buried the way he came to the world? We do not know your traditions.
I look at the colossal weapon and I look over at Karen.
You look at me, I look at Kingsman like, I don't know your terms, and as for humans, I don't know. So, well, you're not a human, but like I'm not from this area, so I look at Kingsman like, what do you suggest?
We can take his arms.
His arms.
His arms and armor. His items. He doesn't need them when he's going, and according to Adrian, he is at peace.
Yes.
We take his arms, his legs,
really?
his toes. Take his
Not the
eyes.
toes.
Remember them.
Throwing on my hand, I can fight for. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I was right there with you.
His
Sorry,
arms
so
and
you were
armor he won't need. His items, his backpack, he won't need.
Yeah. Yes, that's fair.
So we can
Is there something
separate
at
those out
least
amongst us.
we can bury with him? Killian, would you have had something on you that, like a relic of some sort, or something that like belonged to you and your family that we can bury with you?
The only thing I really had that you saw I had consistently was a sheriff's badge.
Then I will.
Sheriff's badge.
Okay, then we will bury. I will put it in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
So he's holding it. I believe this seems right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They start because, as you said, well, they're not taking off his arms, but they are removing the armor and other personal items. And then when one of the dryads is reaching for the medallion that you've placed on his chest next to his hands, it suddenly starts to glow in this sort of bright green blue light, and everyone gasps, sort of like, okay, what's going on? And it begins to spin, and it's spinning faster and faster, and it's also emitting this really bright light, and it's sort of hovering about 1 feet above Killian's body, and it's spinning faster and faster with this incredibly bright light.
Evelyn, this magic medallion, it led us to a piece in the Mad Warlock's tower. We don't know why, but it's obviously detecting something or being activated. Is it?
For those of you who know how to cast spells, you can feel like it's just humming with magic right now. And Avon is like, I don't know what's happening. They are all the dryads are moving back. They're like, I'm not really sure what's going on here. So, and it's just spinning faster and faster. You can barely see now because of the bright light, so you are effectively blinded. But what you do see is this sort of a silhouette of a person standing next to Killian's body. It's a shape of a person made from light and mist. and the creature, this person, it's like a very flickering light, you don't see entirely. And then all of a sudden, the medallion pretty much what appears to just, it's an explosion of bright light. So, and when you finally can see again, it's like, you know how it is if you've been in a dark room and then someone have a torch in your face, that's pretty much what it is. So when you finally are getting your vision back, next to Killian's body is a person whose first appeared to be not entirely solid, and then as you watch, turn into a dwarf.
Hand on the hilt. Yeah.
Oh, great gods! I can't believe that worked.
What's happening? I'm looking at the dryads.
Killian? Is it you in a different body?
No, it's just not Killian. Not Killian.
Wait,
Kara.
You know my name?
Yes.
And
And
you
that's
are?
Kingsman, and that's Flinny, and that's Vix, and well done, Vix, for coming back from the dead. That's no
What?
mean feat by any means.
Wait.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I should probably introduce myself. shouldn't I?
Yes.
My name's Garen. Garen Ironshield. You can call me Gar. A lot of my friends used to call me Gar. But Garen's
You
my
say-
full name.
Gar, you say used to, and you said Iron Shield.
Yes.
This the medallion. Well, the medallion. Where is the medallion?
It's,
There's a medallion
Just
of the
where
Iron
is it
Shield.
fallen to the ground?
Yeah, it's by his feet.
I pick it up, and you mean this medallion, Kingsman, the Iron Shield clan medallion that
Yes.
I, the great master craftsman, manufactured several thousand years ago, or maybe hundreds. Time's a bit weird sometimes. I've been trapped in this medallion
I was asking my next
for
question.
millennia.
Oh.
I was able
And
to
it's-
see out for a small portal. I could get some visions and mostly sound. That's how I know your names. It was fortunate that Killian found the medallion. Actually, it was getting a bit tiresome being carried around on a wolf's body, endlessly wandering through the forest. But I'm here now. I never thought I'd be able to escape after, disappointing Loki and being punished.
Punished? What have you done?
Well, I tried to steal the medallion that I the great master dwarfsman clan crafter, from the temple, because I like power, and it can cast some really cool spells that I couldn't at the time.
Maybe
you
you
say-
should go back into the medallion if you
Oh,
want
I
to
think
steal
not.
more power.
I promise I won't steal anything again, and it was only for good. I needed to use the spells for good. But
Stealing is
Speaking of-
wrong.
But you made a medallion,
yes, it's entirely my own work.
so it's technically yours.
Well, no, it belonged to the clan. It was made for the abbot of the cathedral. But
Yeah, but maybe it was sort of an extended loan if you look at it that way. So maybe it wasn't
I
so much
I do enjoy your output and your outlook, Finlay, I must say. But but Loki didn't, and he's a god after all.
That's a problem, right there.
it's a minor
Okay.
complication.
Obviously, like with the backstory, Toby, that I've given you and
Yeah.
about Fafnir and stuff like that. How much do I know about Loki?
You can roll a religion check to find out how much you know about Loki.
It could be a
May I roll too, since I know religion?
Sure.
Just out of curiosity, if he rolls bad.
11.
15.
I rolled 2.
15.
Oh,
Ooh.
What did you get, Flitty?
I also got a 15.
Okay, well, 15 will tell you that Loki is a sort of trickster god. There is a little bit of divided opinion. some people are like, he was misguided. Others are like, he was kind of evil. So it depends. But yeah, Loki from Asgard, one of the old gods, kind of powerful, but known for being a little bit tricksy.
So many questions. So you were cast out by Loki because
No, I was technically cast in by Loki.
Oh, well, that's different.
That is a difference because where I'm from, and then he just glances at Kingsman. Fafnir is quite important, and there are different levels of mischief, but Loki is on a different level from the stories I hear. So if you were to be cast out by Loki, that would have been an issue.
I was cast in, so that's fine then, isn't it? and Loki's not really mischievous. It's more that he aims for balance in all things.
Does he?
Yes.
Well,
I should point out that I am completely naked.
We hadn't noticed. It was such a fascinating conversation. Evelyn, do you have any clothes which might be suitable for a dwarf?
They sort of, sure, yes, potentially.
But just a robe to cover him.
Yeah, they find a robe that is like dwarves are quite sort of barrel-chested
and wearing a dressing gown.
Yeah, and dryads are not. So you can, it's slightly indecent, but it works.
It's better than a cock ring.
Yes, it's a vast improvement, in fact. And after a while, they find a sheet that can work as a kilt.
What Vix will do, though, when Gar says about being cast in rather than out, and about the clothes, Vix drops his backpack or picks it up, depending on where it was, and he'll pull some scale mail from it that's been in there for many sessions. I have these if you need them. But, I mean, what's your goal now that you are free from your prison?
I think immediately following some sort of breakfast, I'm looking for some drink, possibly some lunch, maybe an evening meal, and a decent night's sleep.
So if we feed you, will you give us just most of you who you are?
Yes.
Insight check.
Yes.
3!
No.
Everything seems very plausible.
I like him. Kingsman, he's in.
21.
Ooh.
Some of what he said is complete bullshit. But you definitely get the sense that what he said about being trapped in a medallion is true.
You have a lot of explaining to do, but the being trapped in is genuine.
I'm glad you agree, Lady Cara.
No one hand him a weapon just yet.
Do you want this, though?
What
the
is
scale
that?
mail, yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that's fine. Clothes.
And if I might have the Iron Shield medallion, after all, I did make it in the first place. As Flinny has already agreed with me, is technically mine.
Yes, great minds.
And maybe some other items from Killian's equipment. I believe I quote Kingsman verbatim, as he said, "Killian won't be needing it anymore."
You really heard everything, didn't you?
Yes.
Except for weapons, till we gain your trust.
You must have been watching.
Oh, I trust you already. You've definitely gained my trust.
I don't trust you. You have a lot to hide. Sorry, Vix, go.
No, I was going to say you must have been watching when he was like going to the bathroom and stuff as well, which is a bit creepy.
I'm not going to watch him go to the bathroom.
No, I mean he must
I'll
have been
let
watching Killian.
Fline do the buddy system.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we become fine friends, Splinter.
I have this vague sensation that the gears in your mind and mine are sort of spinning in the right direction, similar direction, and right. Come along, but don't get in, the bad books of Kara, because no, bad news. Just we'll all be friends.
All right.
I'll help myself to the shield that Killian used to have, and the Iron Shield medallion, and some rations and backpack and stuff like that.
Yeah. Was it Killian who had the armor that you found next to the druid with the etiquette? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's a game medal. Brilliant.
I will put that on. Thank you, Vix.
It's my pleasure. I've never worn armor, still don't quite understand it. So, is Avon about?
Yes, she's sort of still standing next to a tree, looking at
you. Approach Avon and my lady. You have nothing but my thanks yet again. This new beauty, is this your work?
It is not, no. I am not entirely sure where you went, to be honest. Was it a merry court with lots of song and dancing pixies and elves and unicorns? No?
No, it was beauty. It was... and he describes everything to her in full.
Yeah. Yeah, so her description is very sort of bright and light-hearted, whereas the court that you describe, it's not... it's just a little bit more shadowy and a little bit... It's that sort of twilight where it's not entirely dark, but it's definitely not as bright as merry as which, because she thought that you'd been to the summer court. She's like, I'm not entirely sure where you've been, my friend. That sounds strange. I would be careful if I were you.
I guess everybody and everything's got a price, I guess.
Sometimes yes. Sometimes yes.
I feel I'll be coming back if you'll have me. Yeah, goes and rejoins the party.
Yeah. You finish the funeral for Killian, and you bury him among the other trees, this little mound, and in the end, Avian plants the beginning of a little sapling tree. It's big, and they sing the last funeral song, and Avin leads you out of the forest again with this sort of thin cloth in front of your eyes, you can't really see, and then she leads you to where you met her before in the forest, so you know your way from here, and she wishes you good luck on your journey, and she says to you, Vix, like, be careful. Sometimes there is a price to be brought back, and sometimes it isn't. The White Lady's Lake is a very mysterious place, and we do not know all the secrets that hide there.
He'll just pause, doesn't say anything, nods, and then follows the group.
And as you leave the forest with the key to Queen Freya Swiftsteel's tune, you also level up. Ding!
Well, hey.
You
want us to quickly do that now?
Well, at least roll hit points, I think, would be a good idea. But hopefully everyone knows exactly what's going to happen when they level up. maybe.
Everything done but hit. I'm gonna go in and do that now. What I might do, this. Here we go. D8.
Ooh!
It's a 1. Knock that over.
Oh,
No.
Did you have at least a decent con stat, so you got some extra plus from that?
I get +3.
Okay, so +4 then.
Oh no, sorry, I get a +1 actually. So it's now a total of +4.
That is a 6 + 2.
Yeah, and Garen, as we talked about before, you can keep the stats if you like, and then just level up as your new class, if you like, or if you want to roll a complete new character, that works as well. It's either.
I'll use the same stats. It's
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
I've moved them around, but I'll just keep.
Yes. And because you are then an Iron Shield dwarf, I do have the stats for them because they're a little bit different, but I'll send that later, and you can change your race if you like.
Okay, thank you.
No, that's cool, because we had a homebrew version of it, so it's actually quite cool that someone is playing it, so I'm very excited about that. So yeah. Okay. So you continue your journey from Longleaf Grove.
One sec.
Oh yeah.
I need to do. I haven't done my dice. You ready?
Oh, okay. Yes. Fingers crossed.
I got 4.
4 on a DC.
It's a D10.
Oh, it's not
I
it's
rolled
not a
5.
1. Yep.
I'm having. Does anyone know what an Asimar's hit dice is? I've been trying to look and I can't find it.
I think it
It's on your
depends on.
class, not your-
I was going to say it depends on your class.
On the class?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh.
So I think you're D10 because you're a paladin.
Yes. Pretty
D10?
sure.
And then you add your con, is it?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. It's a 5. Oh, I gotta figure out what my con is now. Oh my goodness, my thing is messing up. All right.
Right.
Figure it out.
Cool. Okay, so I've leveled up.
Oh wait, we have the most important part. Oh yeah, roll. Sorry. And did you want to roll your dice, Eric?
No, I rolled a 6.
Okay. Yeah.
And I also get to pick a subclass. And looking at what Flint's been doing, which is basically running around the woods failing to hit stuff, he's picking Scout. Which seems apt, but it's also something I don't know much about. But I'm sure we'll be fine.
Sure.
Yes.
It will be absolutely fine.
Do-do.
Hang on. Right, I forgot the most important part. We have 2 bonus XP, so everyone gets whatever they're supposed to get to increase the level, but 2 people get extra bonuses. Kara, you get an extra for the whole sitting on the gold, because that is just priceless.
Thank you.
And Kingsman, you get an extra because you returned the money to Finnell, the reward, which I thought was a very sort of in-character thing to do. So, and then Vix, I forgot to do this last time you leveled up, but we'll do it double now. You learn the wandering song Tired Feet but a Light Heart, which will give you a +1 to performance to the right crowd. So if you are among, like, I don't want to say peasants, but huntsmen and
We can
in
say
Buckwild,
peasants.
yeah, we can say
What it
we
is.
can call them. Yeah, exactly. You get a +1 to performance if you play that song because it's one of their favorite, and it was the boy Kurt Gravling who taught you that. And then you also learn the song "The Twilight Came and Went" from Vesper, which can affect your abilities against fake creatures. And I'll take that separate. What's that in? How that works?
Yeah, if you can message me those, I'll add them in.
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, that's the special part.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. It's always so fun. Right, are we ready to continue the journey?
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I can.
You continue the journey from Longleaf Grove and head, I think it is northeast, towards the Black Mountain, also known as Svartberg or the Svartberg in the old tongue. And after a day or so, when Garen has had his meal, as he wanted to have, you reach the River Nelda, which is so there's a huge river that is split into two. So you get Swift River, which is running down to Buckbridge Village, and then River Nelda, which is running east through the landscape. It's not entirely super wide, but it's not wide enough to just jump over. And it's also it's a rapid river. But you spot a dead tree that has fallen over the river that you can try to walk over if you like.
Does the tree look slippery?
You can go and have a look.
I walk up to the tree and have a look. Still
No,
don't
it
quite
doesn't.
trust trees.
It doesn't look slippery. It's been actually quite dry the last 2 days. So it's this beautiful autumn weather. A little bit cloudy in the mornings, but it cleared up. So no, it doesn't look slippery. It's like it's probably fell last autumn, you'd say, because it's not decomposing, if you know what I mean. But it hasn't fallen this year because all the leaves are gone.
And it's fallen naturally, but not cut.
Yes, you think it's been a storm, and it's an old oak tree that eventually fell over. It's also not like the what you assume is that if the river has been overflowing, the ground might be a little bit unstable as well. So that probably didn't help as well.
Yeah.
What about the river? Does it look rapid?
Yes, and cold.
Oh, okay. And how far across was it?
Well, 20 feet or so.
20 feet. What do I do? I look back at the Kingsman. What do you think?
What do we think the distance is? How wide? 20 feet.
Yes. And the tree is sort of so the middle trunk is halfway through over the water, and then it divides into two. So there's two like massive main branches. But it looks quite stable. It's a massive tree.
In Killian's name, let's try something adventurous. So with me being now leveled up, I have the ability to cast some spells. So I have 3 spells. I have Hunter's Mark because I'm a ranger. I have Speak with Animals because I'm a ranger. But I also have Jump.
Because you're a ranger. Because
it's just a fun spell to have. While Flinny is going to walk across the tree, I will kind of do a slightly curved run up, get faster and faster, like you do a high jump.
Parkour.
But I will go vroom, and I will hopefully superhero land on the other side.
Superhero landing. Mind your knees.
And you see,
Did you see that?
Yes, it's quite amazing. I've never seen him jump that high.
What the?
I've never seen him cast magic.
No, maybe he was also blessed by a god in the forest.
And I'll shout across. I think maybe our time in the... Was it the Feywild, maybe?
It was Kingsman.
Done something to us.
I make a tentative
feel
leap,
faster,
sort of
stronger?
straight up in the air, sort of just leap up to see if there's any.
You don't feel particularly bouncy. It's pretty much the way it always feels, like with your backpack and everything. It's like it rattles with the cooking stuff that you have, or lamps or whatever you carry. Yeah.
That. What's going on? I mean, seriously, Kara. First, you come back looking all rested and smelling all nice, and now you can leap up.
I haven't leapt yet. I am heavy. There's no way I'm going to jump as graceful as him.
There's only one way to find out.
You can't be that heavy.
All right, she takes the challenge.
Right? Okay, but I'm not going to let you go alone because I'm down for this. Right? On 3.
Okay.
Are you really going to jump, Flinny?
Well, he could do it.
What do I roll?
Garen,
I would
you've
say
been trapped in that thing for hundreds of years.
Athletic check.
Athletics? I have a +4. Okay.
DC 15 athletics.
All right, I look at Flinny and I'm like, all right.
What? Whoa. On 3, or 1, 2, 3, jump.
Wait.
What?
I feel like there should be some gold on this. I don't have any gold, but I think there should be a bet somehow. We should come to some sort of arrangement that if I guess correctly who's going to jump further, I should get a weapon.
I don't trust you yet to give you a weapon. No one's going to give you a weapon yet.
Have you got
Vix will.
any
Vix
gold
will.
on
Come
you?
on, you're up for it,
Have you
Vix.
got gold on you?
You're up for it, Vix.
Yeah, of course I'm up for it. There's gold on the line. What have you got?
Literally nothing.
I will give you a small dagger, and the next meal is on you.
Done. Who's your bet on?
Oh, Cara, all the way.
Okay, I'll go for Flinny then. Okay, Flinny, don't let me down, son. The blessing of Loki is upon you, and may luck go with you. As I surreptitiously cast guidance.
Is that the same blessing that put you here naked?
All right.
I'm going to look at Vix. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
He puts his hand on your shoulder, and he's like, "You got this." And there's like a little shimmer of the gem dust, but a small petal blooms and just floats up on the wind, and it's almost like a cherry blossom leaf. And you gain a bardic inspiration.
Oh, is that a D6?
That's a D6, not a D4, like guidance.
I'm going to look at, but before Vix leaves his hand, I'm going to place my hand on him and I go, "You give him a dagger, you are in charge of him. Do you understand?"
Yeah, I do.
Lady Cara, with respect, I don't believe anyone is in charge of me.
I glare at him.
Just watch Kingsman eating popcorn on the other side.
Okay. And now I look at Felina. Ready?
Ready.
Ready.
I was born ready.
On the count of 3. After 3. 1,
Yep.
2,
2,
2, 3.
3, go!
Oh shit.
I'm gonna roll this open. Are we ready?
Oh, okay. With the Bardic's version, 18.
Have we
Yeah,
got a
natural
visual on
20.
that?
Oh,
So that's a 16 and a 4.
Oh,
Which
mine is. Oh, you
Exactly.
can't really see mine.
that's
A-
fine. I do trust
Yes,
you.
yeah. 6 and an 8. Doesn't matter. You can't see it. It's too hard to see.
Can I cast Fireball to stop Flynn?
You can if you want to.
I don't have that spell.
Or like
Okay.
hold person in the middle of the
So what was your total, Eric?
Yeah, it's on the dice. It's 20, but this character sheet says I have a +5 in athletics, and I do not believe that because
Why would you have that?
yeah, because I have proficiency, but that together with my strength, which is
Did you get
+1.
expertise at level 3?
No, I have. Oh,
Maybe.
because this
That-
is
that
my
would make
first
sense.
rogue. This is my first rogue ever.
Oh.
That first never.
So
Blah,
you
blah,
don't
blah,
know
blah,
what
blah,
you're doing.
2 O's.
It would be something because of scout or expertise, surely.
It's
Ah,
expertise,
okay.
yeah, it's expertise.
So it's 25 miraculously.
Wow. I was
Rogues with
18.
a fucking
What did you
great.
get, Kara?
18.
18.
It's the armor.
It is the armor. I mean, obviously. So you both make the jump, but Flynn, you're like, "Wah!" You're almost doing what Kingsman is doing. You're like, "Oh, I'm a real boy, I can fly!" Sort of landing on the other, way ahead of Kara.
Mhm.
Garen. Vix watches that happen. There's a smile on his face. And he just turns to you, pulls out a dagger, flips it over, catches the blade, and just hands you the hilt. Like, I like gambling a lot. Some people say it's a problem. I don't think it's one.
It's not. It's
Not
not.
blades all
It's
yours.
not a problem. Thank you very much.
Blades are yours, my friend.
Thank you very much.
we're
Vix,
just gonna
and
walk
maybe
across
I'll
the
buy you
lobby.
dinner anyway.
Yeah, let's just sit around and chat. I think that'd be quite nice.
Yeah.
Get to know each other a bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to cross the log.
Get over
Yeah.
here!
And as you do, you can make a DC 14 perception check.
Uh-oh. Hey, that's actually good. Did Cora make it all the way across, though?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I want to make sure that we don't need to fish anybody out.
That's coming.
I can't believe I'm not in the river.
No, we can do that.
No.
Perception, yeah?
Yeah.
23.
Ooh.
Okay, that is enough. So, for those who are crossing the log and who rolled over DC 14, you're looking
okay.
down.
I read the wrong thing. 18. I read the wrong thing.
18? Oh, that's good enough. So you're looking down to sort of like see where you're gonna put your feet. And you see this little family of dormice sort of scurrying around. They're living on this log, and further away you can see that there is a hole in this sort of. And then all of a sudden they do this like, and they scurry. All of them scurry into this hole, and they disappear. And at the same time, at the corner of your at the corner of your eye, you see this brown, large jackdaws birds. They take flight at the same time. And because of that, you're like, something is going on here. You also notice this massive black dragon that is coming up behind. So, initiative roll.
What?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
You've been so focused on betting and running and jumping and making a lot of noise. So, you've been slightly preoccupied.
Hey,
Black
Dave.
Dragon.
Hey, Dave. You know how before the stream I said I wasted a nat 20 because I rolled the first one right there? Guess where the second one, baby? Right here on initiative.
That's fantastic. You get to go first.
No, it's not. You want me last? Oh,
right.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
So let's see then. You came from northwest and you've been jumping over to the southeast. So we're going to place Kara, Kingsman, and Flinny on the southern part of the bank, and then Vix and Garon. I think Vix is then halfway. You're going to be directly on top on the trunk. Yeah, pretty much there. Maybe one to the left. Hang on, can I move them? Wait.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, yes, I can. Whoop whoop. And yeah. So let's see where the other ones. I don't think, Garon, you were on the way over, weren't you?
Yeah, I hadn't jumped across yet, so I'm still on
Exactly,
the side we
so-
started on.
Yeah, you sort of over there.
So, Steve, you'll need to change your character name and add yourself to the initiative order.
Yeah.
Tobe, DM
Yes.
question.
Yes.
Obviously, this is a dragon. My backstory and where I'm from. Do I recognize this dragon?
Most likely, yes. It's a black dragon. They are very, very dangerous. You're most likely going to die.
Okay, so it's not one from home.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Didn't think-
So that's
Big problem, guys.
Yeah.
That's not one of mine.
I suspected it was. Oh,
And it's going to roll. Let's see.
God.
It has 19 in initiative.
oh, that's
Wow.
a hell of a lot more than that.
How did I
Okay.
do that? Right, yeah. And then I think, let's see, Karen, Flinny, you jumped, so I'm going to place you somewhere over here. Flinny, you got a little bit further. Kingsman, you're probably somewhere there. And then this one is incoming, like, definitely incoming. It's when you notice it, let's say it's over there.
Oh, it's not that big.
Oh, hang on. I think I can make it bigger if you like it to be bigger. It's that thing with perspective, to be honest. It looks massive when it's coming flying down, but as it's coming in, it's like, oh my god, it's a massive dragon. It's like, oh no, it's not actually that big. It's still fairly big. Well, Vix, you probably know more. Yeah, you others, I don't think you've ever seen a dragon. So you're like,
No.
I thought they were supposed to be much larger. Nevertheless, it looks really scary with like long teeth, and it's sort of starting to breathe in a very sort of ominous and ill-boding way.
So do I know this is a wormling?
You know it's a wormling. Everyone else
Okay.
thinks that, the story's kind of exaggerating, but still it looks quite scaly and dangerous. So
I just call out to Kingsman and would just be like, Kingsman, we have to make a choice here. We are either killing this or we are running.
We stand and fight Vix.
always stay in the fight. So both Vix and Garon, you saw it come in, and then it's also the wormling. So we'll do you three first, and then we'll go from the top. So Vix, you are actually completely
Quick
first.
question.
Yes.
What's the initiative order for the wormling?
19.
19. And Flinny, what was yours?
12.
Okay, there we go. We are all now in order.
And Vix, because you are standing on the log, I'll ask you to first make a DC acrobatic check before your turn begins.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, it's a 16 on the dice. Let's see if we've got a minus there or not.
Mhm.
Acrobat. Yeah, hey, it's a +4. It's a dirty 20.
Oh, that's
Nice.
good enough. You're like, oh, this luckily, the trunk isn't slippery at all. You can keep your balance and do this all day long. It's not a problem. Yeah. So you go first. Incoming!
Do I get full turn here?
It's a surprise round, so do you get a full turn on the surprise round?
Are we all surprised?
Well, not all of you.
Normal
Okay.
5e do, don't you? But I'm not sure if we're doing what variant we're doing. So that's on you. It's up to you. You tell us.
Yeah,
what you
then
want.
I would say it's a full normal round. But again, you are not surprised, and neither is a dragon. So you don't get any of these sort of like surprise effects of it. It's just like you get to do. You, Garon, and the Black Wormling get to do first, and then we'll start from the top. Now you'll happen to be at the top as well, so you're gonna get a little bit of extra there. So, but yeah, go for it.
To just with the agility of a dancer, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and this entire time, like Kingswood says, we stand and fight, and he just sprints. Eyes don't leave the Black Wormling, and he just, as a gout of mud and stone just erupts in a cone from his mouth. I need, please, need a dexterity saving throw, please.
There is a saving throw. Let's double check what they do. What they have. Against what?
It is a DC. Ooh, where is that gone? Why is it not there? I had to do a different thing. DC 15.
No.
Okay, you are going to take 1d10 worth of bludgeoning damage, which is it's only a 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
And I to make sure there's not additional effect on this one. I don't think there is. No. He takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage. It's pelted by stone and by mud that just erupts from Vixorus. And then he will, with his bonus action. So let's have a quick look here. You watch as amongst the breadth of this mud, flowers and petals also start to come out, and they start to swirl around this draconic figure. And he's using his bonus action to put a hex on it.
Nice.
Ooh. Very, very good. It looks, you know dragons, you know what they look like when they are confused. So the black dragon has his look where it's sort of really not understanding what on earth is going on.
And I'm just draconian.
You speak draconic, and so does it. No, my territory, food.
Mine.
All right, Garon, you're up.
Okay. So, with the leaden tread of a lumpen dwarf who's been trapped in a different plane of existence for 2 millennia, he throws himself over the tree roots, and I'm going to guess this is difficult terrain. Is that correct?
It is, and you also get to do balancing acrobatic.
I'm not going to climb across. I just want to climb over and make my way to that point.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
So
Sure.
I'm. It's not pretty. It's just
No.
rolling
Yeah,
over.
I thought you were gonna try to climb the. No, that makes sense. Yeah.
No.
No.
Until I eventually say, "I'll fuck this," and call upon Loki's power to bring down a weapon
Okay.
of mass
It's
destruction.
getting more interesting.
Oh no.
And I shall look across at Kara and say, "You may deny me weapons, but but Loki lets me play where I might.
Oh.
And a large sword appears next to the wormling as I cast spiritual weapon.
Very cool.
Yes, he did.
That's everywhere.
That is a 8 to hit.
That is a miss.
So she'll get ready with my shield and small dagger, which I've been allowed to wield.
Like a pen knife.
And then prepare for the next round of combat.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's only a small dragon.
Perfect.
It's only a small weapon.
The wormling has 2 people to choose from, although it's not technically in melee, so it could move around. But it has its little eyes fixed on Vic, sort of like, my territory! So it spews out this huge cloud of black poisonous acid, and you can make a DC 11 dex save.
Oh, okay. Pretty sure we're making that. Let's just double check. Oh, dirty 20.
Brilliant.
Oh, I'm going to take some of this damage.
So yeah, if you made the save, you take 12 in acid damage. Let's see if it recharges. And it does not. Okay. So that was the surprise round. So then it's you again.
Okay, yeah. And he, like, it burns away at him, and he's just like... and just screams in this, like, really throaty, draconic, you are die. So we've got hexes on there, so we get to do an additional piece.
Yeah.
Question is, maybe this river's pretty deep, isn't it?
Yes.
Fuck. Could I make an athletics or acrobatics track to try and jump on and grapple and stab with my rapier?
Go for it.
Oh my goodness.
Make it happen.
Vix, do it.
Disadvantage, but yeah, you could try. So let's see what you want to do. You want to jump up and try to grapple it.
I want to drive my rapier into it so I can grapple onto it.
Ooh.
I'm going to drag it into that river.
I'm going to say that's pretty advanced, so I'm going to say DC 15 and on disadvantage, but you can always try.
Okay,
And if
so
it works, it would be awesome. So yeah. You can. I would say you can choose either athletic or acrobatic because it kind of depends, really.
Okay. With the guile of a dancer, he and like screaming that draconic. You watch this like gem dust cover him. Get myself bardic inspiration.
You can't give yourself bardic inspiration, can you?
I believe I can. I will double check that.
Can you?
Actions bonus. As a bonus action, a creature. Oh, other than yourself, you are correct. I cannot do that.
Nope.
Okay.
It just got a little bit harder.
That's absolutely fine.
You can do it.
We
have faith in you.
So this is disadvantage, yeah? DC 20, did you say?
15.
Awesome. 15. Okay. Disadvantage. So the first roll. Oh, it's not good. The second roll.
No.
The second roll is really good. So we have to go with the one. That's a 7.
That's a 7. Okay. Let's roll some dice. Okay. You were using your dagger, was it? No, your rapier. Yeah, okay. So the rest of you hear a draconic conversation that you don't really understand. And then you see sort of Vix go like, and he jumps up and he tries to do something, but whatever it was, it didn't actually work. So he sails above the flying black wormling and ends with a splash and into the river, and that's the last you see of Vix as he is quickly being pulled down into the water.
Oh.
And
my token.
yeah.
Which way is the current flowing?
Let's see on the map. It should be. It doesn't really show, but it should be southwest. So from northeast down to southwest. Yeah.
So he's going towards the tree.
Yeah, exactly. So he's going in under the tree, and he is moving 100 feet in total. And you also take.
What?
He's like.
Excellent.
Bye.
There you go. It's off the map.
No.
2 hours alive. I didn't tell you guys I can't swim.
Oh, is Tove frozen?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
It's a good face.
She's stunned.
What happened there?
Oh.
I think the time limit's up.
Right. Be right back.
You got to go wind her up again.
No,
50p. Yeah.
So Vix now flies out. He's got draconic wings, and he turns into like a massive adult black dragon. We can say whatever we want now, guys.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. The force
We're all
changed
dragons
you.
now.
You've got wings. My wings sprout like Valkyrie wings.
Nice.
How about you, Kingsman? Are they leaves?
Well, I'm. See, in my mind, in the combat situation we were in, I was gonna do something really heroic, but now I might have to change my mind and jump in after him. I'm not sure, but we'll wait. I've got too many different ideas in my head.
I was going to throw a rope, but I'm not sure that's going to be any help at all.
I think, for Kingsman especially, there's only a few times you've seen Vix act in certain ways. One was obviously going through the veil of different planes of existence, and the other one is in serious combat against something like this.
Yeah.
There is an urgency. I would say, as a trained hunter and stuff, maybe deal with the dragon.
There's a desire to rescue you, though. He's only just come back.
Yeah.
If he dies, he dies.
No.
I didn't
Dice.
think YOLO stood for you only have one session.
Yes, I see you. Yes.
We won. We beat the dragon.
Did you? Excellent. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. My computer froze. So, but yeah, I'm back.
We thought that was the cliffhanger.
Yeah, it could almost be the cliffhanger. Actually, it could if you want to. Let's see. Garen can do his turn if he likes. So we can end at the wormling.
Okay. So, I mean, I was going to try and throw a rope, but Vix has disappeared from view much quicker than I thought he was going to. So I shall try and deal with the threat in front of us and leave Vix rescuing to others. So I'm going to move up, dagger in hand, to get adjacent to the wormling, and I'm going to try and stab it with a dagger.
Okay, it's kind of flying, so
Can I jump and stab from the bank? Yeah.
Yes, you
I'll
can
make an
always
athletics
try.
check.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you make an athletic check, it will work.
That's a 7 for athletics because I rolled a 2. on my dice.
You sort of misjudging because you're not tall enough. You're like, ha ha, and then you land again on the bank next to the worldling. But yeah, 7 is not entirely enough.
So with that, I shall once again call for Loki's aid, and the spiritual weapon that is still floating next to the wormling is going to have another attack.
Yes.
That's 20, not natural.
That's a hit.
And 6 points of damage.
Yes. You can see the black dragon's little eyes is focused on you, going "Rah!" It's saying something that you're not entirely sure what it means, but it doesn't look entirely pleased to to have you here on its domain or its land. And I think that's then where we're gonna leave for tonight to see when everyone is alive, so we can end on a happy and exciting note instead of a.
We're alive. Oh no, we're all gonna die.
And the next time it's the dragon's turn to attack. In 2 weeks' time, I believe.
Yes.
Yep. We are back then. That was good. A lot of fun. We've had some 2 deaths, and we kind of brought one back. And we've got a dwarf.
You win 3 lethals.
Well, I was going to say we brought Vex back. He's gone already. So we've got a dwarf. we'll have to see what happens.
What's wrong with having a dwarf?
Well, which direction are we heading? We heading sort of northeast.
Yes.
So Vix is completely going in the wrong direction. If we have to go and save him,
rapidly as well.
It's going to take a while.
Perfect. Very cool entrance.
Don't worry about it.
Right. We're going to leave it there, folks. We will see you again in 2 weeks' time. Remember, if you're watching this on YouTube, please remember to like and subscribe. Every little bit helps. And look, merch mugs. Go
share with your friends.
Exactly.
Yes.
You can see it all. And that's it. There's loads of stuff to mention. Other than that, we'll see you next time. Be good and ta-ra.
Stay alive.
Adios.
Bye.